What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Jreasn. Portland Trailblazers, Phoenix Suns, NBA tonight, 10 o'clock.
The world has waited 5 years, 11 months, and 29 days for Adele's newest.
What's up, Packers Pride? What's good, bro? Still got about 2 minutes and 56 seconds left in the Golden State Warriors New York Knicks games. 94-84. Golden State with a 10-point lead. Shout out to Curry. Man got the 3-point record. Most 3-pointers in history, beating out Ray Allen. It's crazy. What's going on with you, bro? You know it's all love here, man. I treat all y'all like family. So talk to me. What's good with you? I'm sorry to hear that, bro. You know, my sincerest condolences, man. I actually lost my grandfather a couple years back, so you know, definitely understand how you feeling right now. You know, prayers up, and you know, you'll get through it, man. You know, just realize that you know, she looking down on you, want you to shine, you know, be successful, be happy, you know, motivate yourself, do something for her, you know, that'll take your mind off the fact that she's gone, you know. Crazy to say that too, because you know, my grandma, she's 81. She's been getting a little sick on us, and we've had a couple scares, but she's pulled through. But you know, I think at 81, you know, the older you get, you know, the closer it is to your time. So
in regulation here at Madison Square Garden. well, they'll be on their way, bro. They'll show up. You know how it go. It's still kind of early, especially for this game. This game doesn't start till 10. And everybody's still on the Golden State Warrior New York Knicks game right now. So they'll show up. Without a doubt.
Wrench gang definitely got to pop in, though. I'm sure they're going to pop in. It's just a matter of time.
Pride behind the back. And just out of control. That'll be Knicks ball. Well, Reggie, sum it up for us. This has been quite a night. I think the game had a lot of wind taken out of it after the Curry record-setting three. It was a grind-em-out performance here tonight, but a special night. The final score, even though Steve Kerr wants to win, but this is Steph Curry's night tonight.
Well, absolutely. It was an electric. It felt like one of those 90 moments that I'd had with the Knicks in here, where from the start, as Burks gets one and possible and one to go here. But you're right. It was Curry's night to have Ray here, and for them to have that moment. Nice drive here by Alec. There's the contact by Poole. But how about the degree of difficulty on those first 2 threes by Curry? And you look at the numbers coming into tonight, you could tell it was weighing on him.
That's an NCAA football game.
As Steve Kerr told Alec at the start of this third, it was great, and we all shared in that moment. But we need a win out of this as well.
Yeah. Well, their road trip continues, the Warriors. They go to Boston Friday, and then Toronto Saturday as Wiggins hits a three. It's going to be another game for the Warriors, by the way, the #1 defensive rated team in the NBA, holding an opponent under 50% shooting. They've done that in every game this year.
Think about that. Every game.
96 for the Knicks. Rose will dribble it out on a night when Stephen Curry becomes the all-time three-point king.
What's up, bro?
Tonight, Curry makes 5 3-pointers and 22 in the game. And every three-pointer he makes for as long as he plays will add to that record. Ray Allen in attendance, and graceful knowing that record was going to be broken. Just the beautiful scenes here at Madison Square Garden. An honor to be with you, my friend.
Always, Brian, and to have this moment, because I've had so many moments here as Dale Curry wears that hat with the new number, the new champ, the new king of the mountaintop, Stephen Curry, the greatest shooter this game has ever seen.
Curry needed 2 when the night
that's
started.
That's a lot to hear coming from Reggie Miller.
And he hit the record breaker.
Because to me, Reggie Miller's
with 7:33 left in the first quarter. Thanks to producer Tom Heights, director Andrew Greathouse, and our terrific TNT crew here in New York. 105-96 for Reggie Miller, Alan LaForce, and the rest of our crew. I'm Brian Anderson saying goodbye from MSG. You've been watching the NBA on TNT. Now let's send it to EJ in Atlanta.
All right, thank you very much, B.A. and Reggie. 105-96, Golden State a winner, best record in the league, now at 23-5. The story, though, on this night was all about Stephen Curry needing 1 to tie and 2 to pass Ray Allen. And Stephen Curry, kind enough to join us live from Madison Square Garden. Steph, congratulations, #1. It was great to watch. And #2, as you think back on this night now, I mean, not just the shot, but the reactions, and Ray Allen and your dad and your mom. The one that hit me was you get subbed out and you go over and hug your mom. What was that moment like for you?
I mean, they've been a part of the whole journey. It's kind of crazy to think, growing up around the league, watching my dad play, my family, going to old Hornet games, and having big dreams about, shooting the basketball and one day hopefully playing on this level. To do it here at Madison Square Garden in front of, this guy right here. Yeah, I need that. And Reggie and just all that basketball means to me. It's special. So I had the, great support here. This arena was, I can't express how much of an honor that was for the reaction here on the road and the appreciation for this milestone. And obviously it's great to get the win on top of that. So a very, very, very special night.
Steph, coming into the game, you need 2. So last night, were you saying to myself, hey, I'm going to let the game come to me. I'm Steph Curry, I know I can get it. Or were you saying, I'm going to get it right away. Tired of people asking me about it. I want to get it over. What was your mindset last night?
I mean, it's been a long week since our last home game where everybody was talking about 16 and seeing how crazy that would be. And it seemed like every shot I took, there was another level of anticipation and anxiousness around it. Last night, last night and the last 3 games, I was trying to just play my game. Obviously, I'm shooting a lot of threes, but just trying to let it come to me, especially with how defenses are guarding me. And, tonight it kind of set up perfectly. Make that first one, get that one out the way, and then just let the record breaker, come to me. Felt good the whole way, and again, that reaction was pretty special.
Steph, you guys had a long 24 hours. Your plane got screwed up last night, so you had to stay in Indy. And then this morning, I guess y'all had more plane trouble.
Yeah, I was about to hit you with the KD, yeah.
Hit him with the KD.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right, exactly. Hey, Steph, did this, for me, watching it, your concentration level, did it feel like, how ring night is, where everything is so different? Did it feel like that tonight and it was hard to concentrate and be a regular basketball player and try to win a game?
Yes and no. I think the Garden brings another energy already, so I was already anticipating that. But honestly, it felt, like a nice little flow from start to finish. Like you said, after all the travel problems, last night, this morning, just getting here, getting ready for the game. Once you step on the floor, you get your routine going. That's where everything starts to click. And I saw some people in my circle here early. It was nice to see some familiar faces, and then. Once the game started, like I said, just making that first one was huge. And I've had crazy faith ever since I've started playing basketball, and to think like this moment was possible, and again to do it in front of Ray, who I remember his moment in Boston, breaking Reggie's record. It's special to have one of my own now.
Steph, before we let you go, I know that Ray Allen and Reggie Miller are both right over there behind you. Can we just see what they have cooked up here for you? Will you bring them in?
They got their jerseys right here, obviously. And then, what's that?
Come on in. Tell them to come on in here. Let's hear this.
Yeah, gotta come on in. So this is this is pretty special, man. I've been thinking about this number for a long time. I even got it on my shoes. So
they got a jersey that they give.
Basketball history. This is pretty special.
So it's 2,974.
I mean, like I said, these two legends. I watched them growing up and understood what it meant to shoot the ball because of them and my dad.
Pretty
cool. Full circle moment, man. I'm blessed for sure.
No, it was a special night. We were glad to be witnesses to it, and again, nice going, Stephen. You're at the top of the mountain.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, my favorite player.
Appreciate it, Shaq. Yes, sir.
He makes it look
effortless.
Yes, he does. Oh man, this was just, start to finish. This is just a special night, Shaq.
Special night. We knew he was going to do it. Fabulous player, great player. Just, to see those guys celebrate with him is just an honor. To hear Reggie say so reluctantly, Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. Y'all know me, I'm petty white. I would have problems saying somebody else is a better big man, but kudos to Reggie and Ray. And, Steph, he's my favorite player because I've never seen anybody shoot at the magnitude that he does. So I'm happy for Steph. I'm happy for his family. Happy for those guys. And it can only happen here on TNT.
Game recognized game, doesn't it, Kenny?
Yeah, game recognizes game. He is the greatest shooter in the NBA history because of this. He can do it on a catch and shoot. He can do it on a down screen for a pick, and he can do it off the dribble. And if you look at all the greatest shooters, they were one-way shooters. They were either catch and shoot, or they shot off the dribble, or they catch off a pick. This guy does all three just as good, just as efficient. That's what makes him the greatest shooter in the world.
Well, I think also when you are a star, everything the defense does is to stop you. And for him to be that successful in that short period of time is pretty special.
Kenny, how long would it take for me to make 2,974 threes?
You said 50 years?
Yeah. No, seriously, you want to do it,
Hey,
kid?
he was a three-point shooter.
No,
How does this sound?
Oh, damn.
How about in eternity? Coming up next, Phoenix Suns, Portland Trailblazers. Here
Let's do that, Kenny.
You documentary right now. You wake up tomorrow, you only have 10.
It's the Sprite Holiday Special.
You know there's an art to making a perfect ginger.
All right, so next up, we got the Phoenix and Portland game. Golden State Warriors just ended with New York Knicks. They took that game along with Steph Curry taking the three-point record, 2,974 threes to date. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comments if you want. It's crazy. It's crazy to even hear that. To hear that he beat out Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, you know, some of the best three-point shooters in history. It's crazy. So Phoenix and Portland should be starting soon, probably in the next couple minutes. We'll get that game going. Make sure you hit those comments. Make sure you hit that like button. As far as for the votes, we got Trailblazers, 100%, one vote. I know we're going to have a bunch of Suns fans in here, so y'all better get to voting, because when they show up, they come in bunches.
Two hours and 58 minutes.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with.
How long y'all think Damian gonna stay with Portland for? Considering they said he was off the chopping block for the trade talks.
Next on TNT.
Okay, what's all this?
All right, looks like we got our first Suns vote. So now it's 50-50. One for the Trailblazers, one for the Suns. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all hit the votes. Okay, we got some action. 3 for the Trailblazers now. Okay. Just gonna be a few more minutes. They should be starting the Suns and Trailblazers game soon here. Get y'all back on the TNT. Big day for Steph Curry. Broke the three-point record, most threes in history. Adam Smith, I'm a diehard Blazers fan. Team will try to keep Dame and still make trades around him. Yeah, I think it's one of those situations where like they're definitely gonna try to get a couple players that can complement his skill set. And I think that's been the problem over the years, though, right? They've tried it, but for some reason it's just it hasn't worked out.
Brooklyn past Philly.
Durant is gonna highlight KD doing damage.
However, in NBA history, It's the Sixers that hold a commanding lead in regular season wins over the Nets.
It went through some battle.
The Eastern Conference leaders look to defend home court. Sixers-Nets, Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern on NBA TV.
Elite guards go head-to-head tonight. Damian Lillard of the Trailblazers and the legendary Chris Paul of the Suns, whose defending Western Conference champions are in Portland for Game 2 of our national doubleheader. The NBA on TNT tonight is presented by State Farm. The Phoenix Suns have had their best start in 17 years. The Portland Trailblazers got an injured Lillard back a couple days ago and are ready to make a move in the West. Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to the Pacific Northwest with Stan Van Gundy and Jared Greenberg on our sideline. Kevin Harlan. Well, Devin Booker is not here. The two-time All-Star is out with injury. We'll get into that in just a second. But like I said, this great start for Phoenix. How in the world are they winning?
Well, they're winning with the third-best defense in the NBA, led by this guy, Mikal Bridges, one of the best perimeter defenders in the league, who always takes on the opponent's best player.
Now, the Blazers come in with a record of 11-16, and since Lillard has come back, they've shown a spark, and he does make a difference offensively for them, doesn't he?
Oh, you aren't kidding. With him, they are the best home offense in the NBA, and make no mistake, this is one of the best home teams in the NBA. Always a tough place to play. Phoenix has their hands full tonight.
At home, the Blazers are 10-5. Right now, they're number 10 in the Western Conference. And you can see what Lillard means to the team. CJ McCollum is still out. A collapsed right lung. We'll get more into that story as well with Jared as the night goes on. He had a rib injury in early December against the Boston Celtics. And then some subsequent issues and the collapsed lungs. So he is out, and they're not sure when he's going to come back. The Phoenix Suns, the best start to a season since the 04-05 season, with a look at Chris Paul and his fingerprints, along with Ayton, all over this team.
Oh, there's no question. Nobody orchestrates a game better than Chris Paul, especially when it comes crunch time. The ball's going to get to where it needs to go. He's going to get a good shot for his team every time down the floor.
All right, a good crew tonight officiating our game here in Portland, Oregon. Sean Wright in his 17th season. Jason Goebel in his 6th. And Matt Boland, a former PGA professional, in his 19th year. These two teams have played each other already twice, each winning once. 4 meetings for the season. Game 3 tonight. We begin with Chris Paul bringing it up. Last night in Los Angeles against the Clippers, 9 points, 8 assists, 3 steals. Right there, a turnover. Here comes Nasir Little. Nance now starts for a second consecutive game inside and gets it. Trying to work on Bridges and can't get it on the doorstep, and the Suns the other way.
A great job getting the ball inside. Larry Nance has just got to be able to finish that at the basket.
Here's Crowder, has the mismatch on Nurkic and hits the mid-range shot.
Well, the one thing Crowder's been doing lately that's been a surprise, at least to me, he's putting the ball on the floor a lot and attacking closeouts as he did there.
Here's Powell, who is shooting well, scoring well. Nurkic against Ayton. And Ayton coming off an illness where he's missed a couple games, but makes a nice lunge and gets the steal.
Well, the Suns, 5th in the league in steals, 5th in the league in turnovers forced. They are a very disruptive defense.
Well, they move well, and they're all so in sync on defense, aren't they, Stan?
One of the most together teams in this league, Kevin, at both ends of the floor, as we see a great pass there from Chris Paul to DeAndre Ayton. Great for the Suns to have Ayton back in the lineup.
There's a foul, goes on Powell. And watch Ayton, who is, like we said, coming back and trying to get his sea legs here as he's been out and trying to regain his breath, but at the line and trying to complete the three-point play.
His last 9 games, he's averaged almost 18 points a game. Really effective around the basket. This guy's gotten better every single year. A lot of people questioning him early on in his career. After last year's playoffs, not so much.
Here's a 3-second called inside of defense. By the way, Ayton had a non-COVID illness, so it was not a COVID-related illness. It was a non-COVID illness, and He is back. Here is Lillard at the line, 88% from the free throw line. Missed 5 games with an abdominal injury. Returned Sunday. And he's been taking some shots to deaden the pain, which I guess they feel is going to last most of the season.
Certainly hope so, because Dame Lillard is one of the most exciting guys in this league to watch, and he has clearly been playing injured as the Suns force another turnover with a 5-second violation.
Well, you're talking about defense moments ago, Stan. Right there, we've seen about 3 or 4 trips where defense has played a part.
Well, there's no question. That's what the Suns lean on anyway. But without Devin Booker, it's been tough for them to score. And so their defense has to be outstanding.
Crowder faking a 3. Ayton with the screen. It's Bridges off that baseline, working on Lillard. Ball out of bounds. And 8 seconds on the shot clock. And there's a look at Devin Booker. He is battling these last 5, now 6 games, a hamstring issue. And he's still a week plus away from being back on the floor. Landry Shamet with a 2.
His replacement, who's done a good job, averaging double figures. He's not Devin Booker to be sure, but he can really shoot the ball.
Shamet came from Brooklyn. Lillard puts up his shot. Nurkic in there to collect and push it back in.
Well, if the Suns have an Achilles heel at both ends, it's their rebounding. They are not a great rebounding team. Nurkic takes advantage there.
Crowder outside and out of bounds as they tried to save it with Nasir Little trying to regain position, and he goes out of bounds with the ball. And there's a look at first-year head coach Chauncey Billups, last year an assistant with the Los Angeles Clippers.
Yeah, and a great relationship with Ty Lue, a guy who's really helped him a lot, and he speaks very, very highly of him.
And he spoke highly of you, too. He's had a lot of good mentors as he prepares for this first head coaching gig. For him, it was tipped, so it's still alive. The shot clock at 3, and Crowder from way outside. And Ayton gets the offensive rebound. And lost. And Little, he throws it away. Sloppy play early here in Portland with the foul on Chris Paul.
It's a turnover.
It is.
3 in a row right there. And what's strange is these two teams are 2 of the best teams in the league taking care of the basketball. We're not used to seeing this from either one of them, but tonight we've already got 6 turnovers.
Here comes the 6-time All-Star Damian Lillard. Got the screen. Passes by Ayton, backpedals for a triple. Lillard knocks it in.
They're one of the few teams in the league that doesn't blitz Damian Lillard, doesn't trap him on the pick and rolls. Damian Lillard's eyes are probably lighting up right now to know he's going to have at least a little bit more space than he's used to having.
Nice passing by the Suns. Shamet maneuvers and a 15-footer is off. Why don't they defend Lillard the way most teams do?
Well, I think they will start in their base defense, and then they will make adjustments as the game goes on. A lot of times, like football, you know, starting your base defense. Now do we want to blitz some? The whole thing.
I'm about to read up on it.
Phoenix will normally start like that, just in their base defense.
Chris Paul has just picked up his 2nd personal foul. Larry Nance at the free throw line for the Portland Trailblazers. They lost here by 5 Sunday to the Minnesota Timberwolves. They turned it over 19 times, so they're picking up where they left off in terms of fumbling away the ball.
Yeah, and they really can't afford to do that. They struggle so much, you know, at the defensive end of the floor. They can't give away possessions on offense.
Defensively, the Blazers come in tonight, number 29 in terms of defensive rating, which encompasses all the significant defensive categories. 2 fouls for Paul, and he puts this over Nurkic with a rebound by Nance. New addition to the team to try to get taller, and here comes Lillard sifting through traffic and nails a beautiful 14-footer.
I tell you what, you don't like, if you're the opposing coach, you see Dame Lillard get a couple of these early, you could be in for a long night.
8-0 run by the Blazers. Crowder was cutting with a beautiful pass inside by Ayton.
Yeah, it really was. That was something DeAndre Ayton couldn't do early on in his career. You could double team him and force turnovers. He's really gotten better. And the Suns are a great cutting team.
Blazers have lost 5 in a row coming in. Nurkic inside, can't get it to go. And here comes Chris Paul, the #1 assist man in the NBA, with Bridges and Crowder. And off the fingertips of Nance. Shot clock at 13 as the Suns have started 4 of 8. And the Blazers have started 3 of 6.
Here's Ayton as help comes. Hits a cutting Crowder. Excellent pass. I like this Blazers team being a little bigger now.
Right. Bridges a 3. Rebound by Nurkic because they got the small guards clearly.
Yeah, and they've been starting Norman Powell at the 3. Now they can match up a little.
Nance good feed inside.
Great cut. Chauncey Billups talked to us before the game. Talked about he wants his team to share the ball better, play the game together more, and great pass right there.
Driving is Troy, knocked away with a beautiful rejection by Little. Flying is Powell. And it's off of the Blazers and out of bounds. When he was talking with us, when Chauncey was talking with us before the game, talking about unselfishness, I felt like I was listening to Larry Brown talk, because he played for Brown at Detroit, won a championship, and Larry always harped on unselfish play.
Absolutely. And Damian Lillard is a guy he pointed to for his unselfishness, that he'll always make the right play.
Foul goes on Nurkic. He picks up his first.
Yeah, that's got to be a shooting foul. I don't know why there was a little bit of confusion there. Obvious shooting foul.
In at the line, the Suns losing last night in Los Angeles to the Clippers, 111-95. 2-point lead for Portland tonight from the Pacific Northwest, the NBA on TNT, brought to you by Kia, the official automotive partner of the NBA, movement that inspires. And by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need.
See Bridges picking up Lillard. Every night he's got to guard the best guy.
That's got to get exhausted. And then play offense, which he's enjoying and getting better at.
Oh, he's the most efficient guy on the team as Ayton takes the feed from Paul and throws it down. That has become, with a lot of work, one of the best pick and roll combinations in this league.
Good point. 4 assists already for Chris Paul. Nurkic going down low and trying to find it was Powell. And out of bounds it goes. 9 to shoot. Here it is. Chris Paul again, one of the top assist men in the history of the NBA.
And it took them a lot of work. Chris Paul, I remember early on having to do a lot of talking to DeAndre Ayton about what he wanted him to do on the roll.
And Ayton is obviously listening.
All right, so 13-12 in what's been a ridiculous game of turnovers. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Make sure you guys hit that like button. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. I stream basketball, football, and of course, college. So if that interests you, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you like the stream. Blazers second game starting Nance over Robert Covington. Blazers roll to. Yeah, they definitely got to make some adjustments. You know, it's always to get like good to get like new talent and mix it in with the with the fresh or new talent with the old talent. But I think at this point, Damian needs people that are gonna get him to a chip, man, or at least close to it. BGPIMN0709 subscribe. Thanks a lot, man. Welcome to the family. Dame hasn't been himself all year so far. It seems like AP injury legit has hampered him. He said 4 years off now. Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's got to be a lot of mental things too, right? Along with the injuries and just the mental side of the game. He's definitely got to figure it out from that point, right? You go through healing and getting back to once you were in the game, and trying to find like through your prime and all that kind of stuff. It gets different at this point of your career. So most of all, he needs help. And I think that's what's gonna push him over that edge in a sense.
Somebody get Harlan a dozen of those voodoo donuts. Back here courtside, Jared Greenberg in a 2-point game. No question it has been an eventful last few months here in Portland, headlined by the president of basketball operations, Neil O'Shea, being let go for what the team termed as a violation of code of conduct. So the big question around here is what's next for the organization? Well, Joe Cronin is the interim, and he has been instructed by ownership to proceed as if he is the general manager. He was told to be active, be aggressive, function as if he is the man right now. And that's good news for the 15-year vet of this organization, who has a strong desire to fulfill a lifelong dream of becoming the full-time GM and removing that interim tag. And the face of the franchise echoes that sentiment. While the organization says they will conduct a complete search for a full-time replacement, Damian Lillard told me tonight, Kevin, that he fully endorses Joe Cronin to become the next full-time general manager of the Blazers.
Jared, you covered this league for years, and when the best player on your team is making that kind of request or that kind of statement, don't you think it carries a little bit of weight?
Oh, there's no question. And really, the elephant in the room is the future of Lillard, who has come out multiple times, to his credit, saying that he wants to remain a member of the Blazers organization. And Lillard's up for a big contract extension that'll take him 2 more years after the 3 years he currently has on his deal. And if Lillard's saying he wants to stick around, and he's saying, as he told me tonight, he wants Cronin to be the general manager, I think that speaks volumes for this fan base who absolutely adores Lillard.
Jared, great stuff. Thank you very much. Here's Chris Paul. A couple fouls on him. 4 assists. And it's a long shot, and it's a 2, and it was hit by Jay Crowder. Stan, you have any thoughts on what this situation is now in the front office for the Trailblazers? Normally a very stable organization.
I mean, until 8 months ago, this is one of the most stable organizations in the league. A GM who'd been here for a decade, a coach for 9 years. The 2 stars have been here the entire time. And then over the last few months, they've been in a little bit of disarray. But Damian Lillard is still the guy that is, everything centers around here. He has been the most loyal guy to this city, to this fan base, and to this organization. Does not surprise me at all that he has endorsed Joe Cronin. He's on board with the Portland Trailblazer organization.
New shot clock. Covington in, a former starter, now coming off the bench. Rebound saved by Paul. Here comes Shamet, who just hit a shot moments ago. Phoenix on top by 4. They've trailed by 2, and they go inside, and they find now a 9th point from Ayton, who I know has been battling illness, as we talked about. The boy is looking fresh and hale and hearty tonight.
He is, and all of his buckets, in fact, even his free throws, have been on pick and rolls from Chris Paul.
Bridges was getting a screen from Shamet. Pass by Paul, taking it inside. Accelerating in was Bridges, who hit the deck and fouled on the play.
Well, these guys, Suns players, will tell you what a joy it is to play with Chris Paul. And passes like that are the reason why. If you get open, you will get the ball.
Jared, let me ask you a quick question about Ayton, because I know you did some investigation on him. He looks thinner. Did he lose weight or anything during that convalescence?
Yeah, Kevin, he told me right before the game that the flu really took a toll on him. He lost about 10 pounds, but he says he's ready to go tonight.
Great. Jared, thank you. Lillard with a nice defensive play.
Yeah, great block Blazers mixing in some zone with that man-to-man. Chauncey Billups searching for answers defensively with this team. He knows it all starts with effort, but he's trying to help them as much as he can.
Crowder is feeding in the corner. Couple replacements here coming in. JaVale McGee, who's put in 2 consecutive double-doubles for the Suns. Cam Johnson, Cameron Payne are in the game now for Coach Monty Williams in his 3rd year, Coach of the Year last season in the NBA.
And the Blazers zone again here on the out of bounds.
Tony Snell has come in. Simons is in the game, and they go up top, and there waiting is McGee. He was their big offseason acquisition.
Absolutely. They needed the size. McGee has been great. Chauncey Billups not happy with the referees or his defense, so he calls timeout to talk to both his team and the referees.
So we got 33 viewers, 11 likes. Make sure you guys hit that like button, guys. Helps the stream, helps keep me going. Let's try to get to 25 likes. We just need 9 more. Let's try to get to 25 likes there. I need 9 of you guys to go ahead and hit that like button. Shane, keep it up, Suns. Yeah, man. I mean, they're missing Devin, right? If Devin was in, it'd be a whole different, scenario right now. They'd probably be up by at least 20. So 13 more likes, guys. We need 13 more likes. That'll get us to 25. Need 13 of you guys to go and hit that like button. Get us to 25 likes. Of course, if you're into football, I'll be streaming Thursday night football. That's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Los Angeles Chargers. So make sure you subscribe for that. That way you can be updated when that stream goes live. Yeah, man, I think a lot of people, they try to write them off last year, right? Because pandemic and all that kind of stuff. So the Suns just kind of slipped their way in. But the Suns have such a well-rounded team, and they're showing that this year, without all the injury crap and all that kind of stuff that was going on last year. They're definitely showing that, why they were contenders last year, this year, without a doubt.
It's the Sixers that hold a commanding lead in regular season wins over the Nets.
They went through some battle.
The Eastern Conference leaders look to defend home court. Sixers Nets, Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern on NBA TV.
Can I use your phone?
No.
Well, anyway, don't forget to play FanDuel's over-under game then.
Tonight's question, which team will score more two-point field goals?
Your voice is changing.
That will be the Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah, I think it's short term, bro.
I say the Suns.
That's tonight's FanDuel free-to-play game.
I got to go with Kenny on that. The Trailblazers shoot and make a lot of threes. The Suns shoot the three well, but they don't shoot many of them. They rely on the two. I think it'll be the Suns.
Nance with 5. Boy, what an efficient start for the Phoenix Suns. 9 assists on 9 made baskets. We have a shove across the way. Snell over there was defending Cam Johnson. And the much-traveled Tony Snell will pick up personal foul number 1. On the road, the Suns are 9-3, and at home, the Blazers, who began 10-1 and actually won 10 consecutive home games, have now dropped a couple, so they're 10-5 at home.
Well, part of it is, Lillard was out, and then he came back the other night where both teams needed to win, Portland and Minnesota. Tough game, and they lose it down the stretch. Phoenix has been excelling in this pick and roll game. Portland likes to get up and challenge the guards. You see how high Nurkic is. Chris Paul just living on these quick pocket passes to DeAndre Ayton, who has become a great finisher. Here hitting a really tough floater against good rotation. This has been a problem for Phoenix all year. Nurkic last year always played back in a drop. They've wanted to get him more aggressive this year, but that's made him vulnerable.
All you got to do is be in position.
There was a 3-second violation on McGee. That's why Portland's got it. Simon's long distance shot. Inside, a tip-up try. Covington couldn't get it. Here comes Alfred Payton in the game for the first time. Crowder triple. Jay Crowder.
He's been on fire lately. Back to shooting his 40% from 3 over the last 6 games. Got off to a slow start this year. He's shooting it well. He's driving it more.
Simons, who's been playing well, missing running the doorstep. Here comes Payton. Known for his defense, trying to offer more. McLemore off the bench. On him right there, defending. Picked up by Nance. And quickly out to Simons. Orlando, Florida. Out of high school to the NBA. McLemore trying to slash off the wing. Goes into McGee and held on the wing. And a foul called on the Phoenix Suns with 1:40 to go. And the foul is on Payne for the first time.
That was a great cut by McLemore, who shoots almost all of his shots from 3.
Right.
But saw the angle, made the good cut. Didn't get the shooting foul, which Chauncey Billups, unsurprisingly, did not agree with.
With Golden State winning earlier tonight with McLemore launching right here. Golden State's got a full game lead on Phoenix. In the Western Conference, there's another foul called inside as Snell was jumping up and down and trying to tap it back in. 1 game lead for Golden State, and McGee will pick up the foul.
And again, this is one of the few Achilles heels for this Suns team. They are just not a very good rebounding team. Portland taking advantage of that early on right here.
2021, 21-22, either year. Pick them yourself. NBA season ticket memberships are now on sale across the league. Secure the best seats, best prices, best benefits for your favorite team. Visit NBAtickets.com to learn more. Payne on top. McGee trying to screen. Shamet trying to drive. And outside Johnson will launch a 3 and nail it.
Well, we saw Cam Johnson come alive last year in the playoffs, particularly in the NBA Finals, and he has just started this year playing with unbelievable confidence.
Ridiculous.
Playoffs last year, shot at a high level. At 17, Cam Johnson did last night in Los Angeles. Leading scorer off the bench with 6 boards. Hit 3 threes, a drive, and a foul called on the Blazers. With 53.7 seconds to go.
Well, this is a nice response from the Suns offensively after really struggling against a great Clipper defense last night. To come in and see the ball go in the basket early, I'm sure gives them a lot of confidence going forward.
Tony Snell picks up the foul. An 84% free throw shooter, Cameron Payne, is at the free throw line. He had 12 last night against the Los Angeles Clippers. He's averaging, Payne is, a career-high 10 points a game. He has rebuilt his game from the first time around in the NBA when he was drafted by Oklahoma City. And there was an assistant coach named Monty Williams on that staff, and that's where they began this relationship. And years later, here they are reunited in Phoenix.
Well, and what they did is they gave him a little bit of a look in the bubble a couple of years ago. He had been out of the league. They brought him back, gave him a chance to play the bubble. They liked him. They kept him last year. He became a valuable part of their team. And now he's indispensable.
And nailing threes right there. His confidence sky high. Cameron Payne. Earlier battling a right hamstring strain. And, of course, Monty knew exactly what he was going to get. Blazers come the other way. They have missed 10 of their last 11 shots. Lillard resting with 10. Here comes Simon. Shot clock at 5. Reeves by defenders. Goes up against McGee and got it to go for 2 and a foul.
That is a great move. This guy is really, really talented. I think one of the better guards his age in this league. As he's gotten more minutes and more opportunity, he's shown a lot more of this. We know he can shoot the three, but he's got great quickness and athletic ability.